Well, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be with you once again in Clayton County, and again, the importance of being in Clayton County. As Clayton County succeeds, that means all of Georgia is succeeding. That is how important that we want to make sure we recognize what's going on. As your schools and your students succeed, that's going to project us and make us a stronger state throughout. And so I want to say congratulations on the work, that's being done. This year, we've kind of continued our banner presentation. Last year, we just had a literacy banner, and it was only for third grade. This year, we've expanded that to middle school and high school because reading doesn't stop at third grade. It continues all the way up. We want to be lifelong readers. Also this year, we've added math banners. As we concluded last year with the rollout of our new math standards, we really wanted to celebrate the hard work that our teachers and staff and really everyone put together on that. We wanted to make sure that if we did issue a banner, that it meant you did some work, that it was not just a participation trophy, but it was something that really recognized some either improvement or proficiency in the work of both literacy and math. On any of these banners, if you see a green ribbon, that means we saw positive and significant growth. From a school perhaps that had from 0 to 49% proficiency prior to milestones last year, but we saw at least 15 points of growth. We recognize that as being significant. We wanted to say, hey, you get the banner, you get the ribbon, because you're moving in a direction that's positive. For anyone that we saw from 50 to 69, if we saw at least 10 points of growth, we wanted to recognize and say, hey, you're growing. From 70 up to 89, 5 points of growth. Anything above 90 would be 3 points of growth. So again, that's what the ribbons in green would represent. But also, we're shooting towards proficiency. That is the land we all want to enter one day. And what we look at that is we have a couple of different ribbons that recognize excellent proficiency. From 90 to 97, you get the blue ribbon of proficiency. But for schools that are actually scoring 98, 99, and 100% proficiency, they get the white ribbon of distinction. These banners are hard to get, especially the literacy banner. It is probably the toughest banner to get. So we're going to go ahead and start, and we're going to recognize some schools here. First of all, we got Riverdale Elementary School. In Riverdale, in math, what we saw was that for fifth grade, they had 19.9 points of increase. Okay, next we have Sequoia Middle School. This is for students who took the high school portion. For those students, they had a growth of 36.9 points of growth. Church Street Elementary School. For fifth grade math, they saw an increase of 16 points. Next we have Lake Ridge Elementary School. And for fifth grade math this year, they saw an increase of 21.2 points. Next we have Babb Middle School, and they receive a math banner. So for eighth grade overall, we saw an increase of 20.1. For students who took the high school test, we saw an increase of 15.3. And for the students who took the high school test, they had a passage rate of 95.8%. Right, our first high school, Forest Park High School. And for math in this area, you saw an increase of 16.2 points. Adamson Middle School. They received the math banner. Overall, eighth grade, we saw an increase of 20.6 points. For the students taking the high school test, we saw an increase of 32.9 points, which resulted in an overall proficiency rate of 94.4 points for high school students. Okay, we have Martha Ellen Stillwell School, and they received a math banner for high school testing. And again, they had an increase of 26.6 points. We have Forest Park Middle School. They had an increase of 51.7 points. Okay, we have Oliver Elementary. And for third grade literacy, we had an increase of 11.5. Next, we have Fountain Elementary School. Now, in the area of literacy, we saw a third grade growth of 17.4, and for fifth grade growth, we had 17.5. We have M.D. Roberts Middle School. And in the area of math, for those students who took the high school test, they had a growth of 18.1 points. Riverdale Elementary. So this is for a literacy banner, so they received both the literacy and the math banner. So in third grade literacy or reading, they saw an increase of 16.3 points. Right, we have Rex Middle School. So in the area of high school math, they saw an increase of 14.7, which led to a proficiency of 91.1 points. Here we have Eddie White Middle School. Well, we have Fountain Elementary School. So they received two banners, and this is for third grade math. They saw an increase of 16.5, and for fifth grade math, they saw an increase of 27.5 points. Here we have North Clayton Middle School. For math, for those students taking the high school test, we had a growth of 16.8 points. Let's see what we got. I think somebody called Elite Scholars Academies, okay? Now you see why I did this last, okay? All right, in the area of math for Elite Scholars Academy. Sixth grade, you had a passage rate or proficiency rate of 93.9% proficiency. For eighth grade, you saw an increase of 3.7 points, okay? That may not sound a lot, but it is when you consider that for eighth grade, they had a passage rate of 96.5%. For those students taking the high school test or high school portion of the test, you had an increase of 4.7, which led to a proficiency of 93.8%. For those taking the high school portion of the test, you had an increase of 13.8 points. Okay, very good. All right. And I did say that there was something you could earn a white ribbon if you scored 98, 99, or 100. Sixth grade, on the milestones, you scored 100% passage rate. For seventh grade, 100% passage rate. Last but not least, for eighth grade, 100% passage rate. Again, congratulations to everyone here. But as much as we celebrate what we find out, there's still much to be done. Because what we found out, there are schools that don't have banners. There are grades that don't have ribbons. We've got to have every school and every grade level represented on those banners. That is what we are moving for. And so that is my encouragement to you. Like I said, my intent is to come back next year to Clayton County, and I would say it's more of a pinning ceremony because I'm pinning these ribbons on your banners. We want to start to see that. Probably the most exciting thing for me this year is that I've already been to a few schools that I've got to add a second year of ribbons on there. That's what we want to continue to see is that growth. Now, a couple of things just to let you know about the future and what this holds. There's actually, for you elementary folks, you can get another banner this year. This is called the John Hancock banner. By the end of the school year, if 90% of your third graders can write their name in cursive, you'll get the John Hancock banner, okay? Well, next year it'll be third and fourth, and it'll be third and fifth. Like I said, you have to the end of the year to do that because cursive writing is part of what we look at. But in honor of our founding fathers, like I said, that gets you the banner and just the proficiency ribbon. But if you want to get the distinguished ribbon, 90% of your third graders have to write, again, be able to write their name in cursive, but also write the preamble to the Constitution in cursive, okay? So we get to add a little, make it more challenging on that. But we wanted to make sure, so that's for elementary third grade, so you got till that. Now next year we'll be adding another ribbon or another banner. Even my staff doesn't even know this yet, so I'm kind of working on this, but we'll do something for high school and graduation. And so we'll be looking at the percentage of graduation, the growth of graduation, looking at our CTA programs, again, the graduation rate for our pathway completers, and doing something probably with SAT and ACT scores as well. So that, we'll give you more information with that. But today is a day of celebration for Clayton County. Congratulations to all of you. We look forward to coming back next year.